Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today I want to go over, I'm going to kind of do a combination video here of the Cersei Awakening. Talk about her very quickly, since most people don't have her, probably didn't spend the diamonds to either purchase her or didn't spin the wheel to be able to get some of those get some of those tokens as well. So she's one of those that's very expensive and probably one that you're not really going to upgrade first if you want to get one. If you do want to pay for one of them, Daenerys is definitely the one that you want to go for first, just because her base damage is the highest in the game and she has some very nice abilities. So that's one that I would be interested in just seeing what the awakening is of her, because as they're doing some of these higher paid commanders to see where they go, see what kind of abilities that they get. So let's dive right in and see what Cersei's all about. So one of the first things you'll notice, just like any of the top commanders, you're going to get the total defense, total health, and total attack. As you can see on here, I have her unlocked, but I'm not upgrading her at all. She's going to be gray. If you had her unlocked, they did give you some medals for that. Probably most likely just to entice you to to purchase a few more medals, to spend the extra black diamonds to be able to get her, upgrade her. But in my opinion, it's not really worth it. Her abilities really aren't that great when it comes to her base, pre-awakening anyway. So, and as you can see, you'll upgrade these, and you can see there's 14 levels, 13 levels, and I don't even have the attack unlocked yet. But if you just save up those tier 1 books, you'll be able to do that. Now, looking at her effects, we go over here to the max level increase. So this tells you which stars, how many stars here once you get her to get her increased. So you can go 5, 10, 15, and 20, and then you have the cooldown. So this is basically for her ability, just like the other ones. Once you get them to 4 stars, it'll take 5 seconds off of the cooldown for that ability. And here you get the wildfire blast damage increased. Again, this is going to give you, just increasing it to 3 stars, give you 60%. You get to 4 stars, and you don't get any other bonus for that. So 3 stars would be the way to go when it comes to that. And even here, you're going to get you get 2 seconds off for levels 2 stars and 3 stars, and the big one is to 3 seconds off. So which actually doesn't seem like much, 3 seconds, but if she may be able to get her ability off, one more time in a battle, which could be actually very detrimental to the enemy. So something you want to think about. And then you have the friendship will increase by 1 star, and that's actually pretty good. I mean, the bonuses that they have there. Let's just go check that out real quick. So as you can see here, she has 5, 4, and 5 stars. She's aptitude, finance, and leadership. So actually, she's really not that great when it comes to her tavern abilities. She does drink, of course. She loves her wine. That's all she did in the last season of Game of Thrones. And the leadership here is probably the best one that you want, because you're going to upgrade those total number of troops and that army size and the rally size expansion. So that's actually not too bad, but the rest aren't that good. You'd rather have like a Daenerys, who's going to give you so much better. I have her blue here, and as you can see, she gives leadership, combat rate, and command. She gives all the battle ones that you want. And that's why I say you want to upgrade her. She'd be a one you'd want to purchase. But like those, getting 15 of those is a pretty amazing bonus onto your account. And now back to Cersei, when we just talked about the friendship increased by 1 star, and now you have the enhanced specialization. So that's going to be the 1.6 times of the original value of what she has, which if you come back out, you come back out here, you're going to see that the total is 25%. So you're going to be able to increase that as well, 1.6 times, which is the same exact thing you're going to get for the other big commanders as well. So when it comes down to it, that's actually really good. She'll be in all your battle formations. She'll be on your walls. That's really good when it comes to just fighting in general. And then her big ability, once you get her get her to 4 stars, you're going to get this this Wildfire Alarm. So when your commanders use their active skills, so when you have your 5 commanders and they use their active skills, there will be a 20% chance of casting Wildfire. We know what Wildfire is, especially if you've seen the show, and it deals 20% damage to all enemies. And the normal attacks of enemies who are hit by the Wildfire will have a 20% chance of completely missing their target, and they will have an attack at all. So this could do more damage to them, and then has another 20% chance of doing, the enemy doing no damage to you. And this status lasts for 4 seconds. So 4 seconds of that, that battle, there's a chance that you could do 20% damage and not receive any damage. So this is I believe they just nerfed this because it was actually way too good of a for attacking and defending, and it was just impossible to kind of play the game. So they kind of, and this is the type of thing that you don't always know how it's going to work out. So this is basically for those whales who have this, but at the same time, it's very, very good. I mean, to get to this level and how much money you have to spend to actually do this, because the medals that you get that you purchase for Cersei are actually 1-to-1 for the tokens. So not only are you going to have to get her to gold status, but you'd also have to go to 4 stars, and to do that, it's going to thousands and thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands of dollars by the time you're done with it. I haven't even figured it out, and it's not even worth figuring out because a lot of us aren't whales. I think the majority of servers are not whales, so they're not going to be doing this. So again, I don't want to get into this too deeply, but as you can see, she's very powerful once you have her upgraded, but I don't think too many people will be able to doing that. And the other thing that I wanted to go over today was from the Recruitment Pass. So if you're in the Recruitment Pass and you purchase you have the hero and the legendary are the 2 that you can purchase, and you have the free one up here as well. But once you get to I want to say it was level 90. We're just going to go through that real quick. Yep, you get to level 90. You get one of these Castle Exterior coupons. And where you can use that coupon is in the shop here. So you click on the shop. Up here at the top, there is a pass coins, the ones you have, and then the exterior. So you click on the exterior, and there is all of the castle exteriors you can get. And I just wanted to go over this very briefly. I'm not going to go through every single one. I have a video of that already posted about all the castle skins that were out at that point. There's some new ones, but this is just something that I wanted to go over very briefly. So now that they put that new castle skin out, the Dunes Fort is not as valuable, because although you are getting the expedition damage increased 20%, you're getting marching speed 10% and forging speed, plus reinforcement capacity and building speed. It's really not that great if you're already getting it for free. So this is one that I originally would have said would have been your number one choice in this. Now there's other ones that I think you need to get, and it does really depend on what you're doing or what you want to do. But the reason I say this is there are probably, I think there were like 4 of them, and I'm going to go over them here. So this one here, which is the Might of the Westerlands, gives you, and the reason that it gives you these the own bonuses, and that's what the one you're really looking for when it comes to some of these. So for this one, for instance, you're getting 100% of the army shelter capacity, so your shelter is going to go up 100,000, and that's really good, especially for those 0 castles out there. Now, if you look at the Lush Forest, same. That's not the Lush Forest. I apologize. It's going to be the Rose of Highgarden, another army shelter capacity of 100,000. So there's another one that's going to give you 100,000 as well. And the Silent Prayer, army shelter capacity 100,000. So there's 300,000. And if you scroll back up here to the Dornish Tree, it gives you another 100,000. So that's 400,000 shelter capacity just from those coupons. So just for those castle exteriors. So those are the ones I would highly recommend getting if you want to get that that shelter capacity up. It's very, very good. And if you look at some of the other ones, they're not that bad. You can get here reinforcement capacity is another 10,000, which that's still not really that great. The Lush Forest isn't too bad because you get resource gathering speed at 15%, and you get some wood and production and capacity, so that's not bad either. I would suggest probably the first one you want. If you're a cav commander, I would suggest getting this one just because you have the cav attack health and also fervor attack. So that gives you, basically total attack. So that's really, really good, especially for cav frontline, really. Even cav backline, if your second line is fine too, because that'll give you a 17% attack increase. And this one down here gives you a total attack of 5%, but enemy cav defense reduction and a spear attack. So that's actually good for that secondary. When you have spear in the back line, because that's going to give the attack to them, and then reduce that the cav as well. So those are just a couple that I would suggest. And some of the other ones here, if you were that I would consider, are the ancient capital. And the reason I say that is if you're going to be able to train troops, it's really good for that. You get the training speed 5%, but you also get the single training quantity for plus 5,000, so you can train more troops. So that's something nice when you're trying to spam troops out for a certain for whatever reason to do that. And then they also, this is one I think is very important as well, is the Shadow of Valyria. And the reason it's a very good attacking one because you get the fervor attack defense. So it's basically total attack, total health, and total defense of 7% across the board, which is really good. Plus you get the rally size expansion of 10,000 permanent bonus as well. So this is a really good one if you're a more balanced attack. There are other ones out there that are a little better than this, but for a kind of a lower level castle, and if you don't have a temporary one or a permanent one that's better, then this is actually really, really good. The other ones are kind of so-so. They're really not that great. The mint one is good for disguise, and you could do an investment limit of 2,000. And you also get a motivation limit, so you can increase that if you really want to. You also get for the diamond mine, of course, it's like after KVK, you can go around and hide yourself in that respect. But you can also do the diamond gathering speed of 10%, so you can collect those quicker. So, like I said, I just wanted to go over these. Some of those other ones I wouldn't even consider until later on when if you purchase the recruitment pass. But these are a lot of good skins, a lot of good give you a little bit of help in whatever areas you're trying to get into. So until next time, Mac out.